What's going on, everybody out in YouTube land, and welcome back to this new episode of GBA. In this episode, we are going to do a new mail call video. So basically in these videos, I just kind of open up some of the packages that I've gotten from online sales that I've participated in, whether it's like bidding on stuff or buy it now auctions or whatnot. But yeah, so I think I've got about 5 packages here to go through and show you guys. So I am going to kind of move through it a little bit quickly or whatnot. But I really enjoy doing these videos to show you guys what I'm adding to the collection. And I also like to talk about some of the deals that I get online. And maybe put some pointers out there for you guys who are looking to get good deals on video games. But yeah, without further ado, I guess let's go ahead and open up the first package. So first up, we've got a mailing envelope. So let's get the box cutter. Alright. And I just want to mention this. If one of these games is what I think it is, then I'm very happy to add it to the collection. I've been waiting to get this for a little while now. Alright, so let's go ahead, cut this. Alright, so this is a little bit interesting because here lately I've been really collecting the Game Gear pretty hard. And when I do my next collection video, or my pickups video, you'll see I've been picking up quite a few Game Gear games. It's a system that I've gotten a whole lot of interest in here lately, and I'm even thinking about sending out one of my Game Gears to get modded with a new screen on it. But, so the first game up is a Game Gear game, and this is one that I've been wanting to try. It's Dragon Crystal. Yeah, like I said, this is a Game Gear game that I've been wanting to try. I haven't really seen this one around too much, so I definitely wanted to pick it up when I found it for a decent price. But yeah, so the first game that we opened up here is Dragon Crystal on the Game Gear. And another good thing about the Game Gear is that if you guys are looking for something to collect, the Game Gear is so cheap. Like, even the most expensive games usually don't get above $50 or whatnot. But yeah, so Game Gear is a great system to collect if you are collecting on a budget. Alright, so next up, we've got another mailing envelope, and this looks like it's from Limited Run Games, which is kind of exciting because it's been a while since I got a game from Limited Run. This whole virus thing that's going around the country has stopped shipping, companies from shipping a lot, so it is fun to finally get a game from Limited Run. I'm waiting on quite a few games that I bought from them, you know, that I pre-ordered or whatnot. I'm not really sure exactly which one this is, but we're about to find out. I love collecting the Limited Run games that Limited Run put out for the Nintendo Switch. Because I'm a big fan of physical media, and I don't really buy download-only games. So the only way I get to try some of these games is if Limited Run or a similar company puts them on physical cartridges. So let's pull this out. Alright, that's it. Looks like we got a newsletter. I'll look at that later. So the game that we got is Blossom Tales: The Sleeping King. Alright, so this kind of looks like a top-down, like, RPG-ish style game. Kind of reminds me a little bit of, just by looking at the pictures, kind of like a Zelda clone or whatnot. I've never played this, and honestly, I don't really know much about it. But like I said, I know Limited Run only picks up games that get high ratings, so I'm definitely looking forward to trying this. It does have that 16-bit aesthetic going for it, so I do like that a lot. So yeah, for the Nintendo Switch, we have Blossom Tales: The Sleeping King. I'll show you guys the back. I don't know how well you can see that, but there's the back, some gameplay there. And just like always with every Limited Run game, you get a trading card. So that's really neat. A lot of times I'll just put these trading cards in with the manual that the games come with. At least that's what I do. I know a lot of people don't like to open these, but, you know, otherwise I wouldn't even... I guess you could put these in card sleeves or whatnot, but I just stick them in the actual game themselves. Alright, so next up we've got a pretty big box. So a little bit of backstory. I'm going to open this to make sure first, but I do have a little bit of a story on how I acquired this. But let's go ahead and see what it is. Always cut away from you, kids. Alright. So this came in obviously a medium priority flat rate box. So yeah, it looks like this is what I think it is. So basically this is PlayStation 1 games. Over the last few months or so, I've been collecting a lot of PlayStation 1. I went from having like 2 games to over 100 in the last few months. And a lot of the times what I'm doing is I'm picking up lots. So I'm finding these lots online and I'm placing low bids on them and I'm winning, you know, not all of them, but if you place enough bids, you will find some deals out there. So if I remember, I can't remember exactly how many games this is, but it is quite a lot, maybe 15 or so. But basically, by buying these in a lot, I got these games for about $2 a piece, and they're all complete. Now, you're going to get some games that aren't really like the most desirable or whatnot, but it is a good deal when you consider some of the other games that you get in the lot. And for me, I just like collecting the games, so it doesn't really matter. A lot of the games that you might not think you would like, you actually end up liking quite a lot. So let's go ahead and pull. It looks like he put these in individual envelopes, so that's kind of neat, you know, for further protection or whatnot. Alright, so for $2 a piece for PlayStation 1 games. So first up we have NASCAR Racing. Yeah, when it comes to CD-based games, especially like PlayStation 1, GameCube and stuff, at all costs I like to get these games complete because I don't really collect loose discs that much. We have NASCAR 99. Those old NASCAR games are actually quite fun. I played them a lot when I was younger, and it's fun to revisit them and see how like the graphics have advanced over the years. All right, so next up we have a big case. We have Caesar's Palace 2000. Let's open the. I'm going to open this up and see. So you've got the manual in there. And the game disc. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Caesar's Palace 2000. Let's open up the second one here. Alright, so first up we have ATV Quad Power Racing. Once again, I'm a big fan of racing games, so these are always kind of fun to pop in and play. Next up we have Golden Nugget, which is another like gambling simulator game. But you know, who doesn't like to play blackjack sometimes, right? Next up we've got Siphon Filter 2. I'll be honest, like these Siphon Filter games and you know, first-person shooters in general and third-person basically any of those kind of games from this era, I don't really like that much. They didn't age very well. But nonetheless, Siphon Filter 2 on the PlayStation. Alright, so next up. Geez, sorry, I'm going to get this eventually. Alright, I'm in. Alright, so next up we've got Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. This is a good game, but with the advancements they made in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, it kind of made this one feel unfinished, to be honest with you. But I still like this, and I'll put it in and have a good time with it. The music is really good in this game. Alright, so next up we have Jet Moto. Now, the Jet Moto series, especially the first game, I was absolutely obsessed with this. This was one of the first games I had for my PlayStation back in 1996-97, and I loved this game. The futuristic style racing, and you're kind of racing on like a rocket or something, so it's really, really fun. So if you guys haven't played it, Jet Moto on PlayStation is a fantastic game. In the same vein, we have Jet Moto 2. It's a lot of the same, to be honest. I didn't really notice much difference between the first game and the second game in this series. Okay, we've got the Atari Anniversary Edition Redux. I love revisiting old Atari games and old Atari 2600 games and arcade games from, those years back in the early to mid 80s. And playing them on the newer systems is always fun. It's kind of neat to play them with controllers like the PlayStation controller and see how they aged or whatnot. But yeah, the Atari Anniversary Edition Redux. Next up, we have the Dukes of Hazzard Racing for Home. I've never really watched the Dukes of Hazzard TV show. I did watch the movie that came out, 20 years ago, 15 years ago, that had Jessica. What was her name? The pop singer. Well, irregardless, can't remember her name off the top. Jessica Simpson. Yeah, she played Daisy Duke. But yeah, Dukes of Hazzard. It's a racing game. Like I said, I do enjoy racing games a lot, so I haven't played this one. I look forward to putting it in and seeing how it plays. But supposedly this has a lot of the voices of the main actors in the TV show or whatnot. And it's got some, what appears to be hilarious CGI, full motion video cutscenes. So I'm looking forward to playing this one. Alright, so now we've got the last envelope of games from this lot. Alright, so first up, we have Driver, You Are the Wheelman. The first and second game of this series on the original PlayStation are really good games. If you haven't played these, go back and play them because they're really fun. It's kind of like the genesis of some of those games like GTA and stuff like that, but I really like this game. Next up, a classic, we have Jeopardy! I mean, what to say, it's Jeopardy, right? Next up, we have Crash Bash. So Crash Bash was actually one of the few Crash Bandicoot games that was missing on the original PlayStation. This game plays more like a multiplayer game, I think. It looks like it's got mini games and stuff in it. I haven't never really played this one, so I'm looking forward to trying it. So yeah, Crash Bash on the original PlayStation. And then next up we have Army Men World War. So yeah, the this era of gaming, like the PS1, the Nintendo 64 and stuff, they were pumping out these Army Men games like crazy. But a lot of these are really fun. They don't take themselves too seriously. And if you like third-person shooter type games, war simulator games, and you haven't played these, try them. The PlayStation had a ton of these games. But yeah, Army Men World War, Real Combat Plastic Men. Alright, so that was the lot of PlayStation 1 games. Like I said, that came out to $2 a piece, and that includes shipping, so you can't beat it. Now, obviously, there's a lot of filler in there, but there's a couple games that I'm happy to add. So yeah, definitely cool to get those. Alright, so next up, let's go ahead and open this package. It's like a, a little box or whatnot. And alright, so this is the one I've been waiting for. I have been wanting to add this game to the collection for a little while now, so I'm very, very happy to get this. So for the NES, we have Kickmaster. So yeah, Kickmaster is kind of like a rare Nintendo game, very uncommon. But this is one of the ones that, goes for $100 or more that's actually kind of worth the money, because this game is very, very fun. It has like a kind of like some RPG elements to it, but it's like a side-scrolling action game. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoy this. It's been a while since I played it, but I'm going to put this in after I'm done with the video, and I'm sure I'm going to have a lot of fun with this game. But yeah, so really, really happy to add this to my Nintendo collection. We've got Kickmaster on the NES. Alright, so our last package for this mail call video. I want to say, I think this is PlayStation 1 games as well. So this was a 3-game lot, and if I remember correctly, this was under $3 a game as well. I kind of try to stick to that $4 or less per game when I'm buying lots of PS1 games. So this one had 3 games in that I'm really happy to add. So first up we have Rayman Rush. So yeah, the Rayman games, I really liked these back in this era of gaming. They were really, really fun games and just a blast to play. I had the first Rayman game on Atari Jaguar, believe it or not, back in the day. But this one, high-speed obstacle racing Rayman style. So I'm guessing this is like a racing game. I really didn't know much about this game when I bid on that auction, but I'm happy to have it. So yeah, Rayman Rush on PS1. Alright, so next up, we have Cubics Robots for Everyone. Racing Robots. So yeah, once again, this is a game I really know nothing about, but I'm excited to put it in and try it. But once again, this looks kind of like a racing game, so this video has a lot of racing games in it, but that's all good because I like racing games. But yeah, Cubics Robots for Everyone, Racing Robots. If you played this game, let me know, or if you know what this is based off of, I would love to know. Put it down in the comments, guys. Also, so last up on this lot of games, we have South Park Chef's Love Shack. So yeah, the first South Park game that came out on PS1 and Nintendo 64, it played in a first-person perspective, kind of like a first-person shooter. I did not really like that game that much, but when this released, me and my friends had a lot of fun with this game. So I'm definitely happy to get this, and I'm excited to put it in and revisit some of my childhood memories. So yeah, South Park Chef's Love Shack on PS1. And like I said, I got those 3 games complete for under $3 a piece, if I remember correctly. So yeah, guys, that's basically the video of the mail call that I received. It's really hard to say what my favorite game was, but probably Kickmaster on NES, just because that's one that I've been looking to pick up for so long. Let me know down in the comments what you guys thought was the best game in this slot. Which one would you want to add to your collection? And have you been collecting PS1 lately? I'm absolutely loving it. And I have like a PS1, one of the models that they made later on that has the LCD screen attached to it. So that's really fun. I've been playing a lot on that. But guys, I just want to say thank you so much for watching this episode of GBA. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't. Share the video around if you know somebody who might like this kind of content. Guys, I think I'm going to go open up some more packages, maybe play some of these video games, try to enjoy the rest of my evening. I hope you do too. So until next time, everyone, I'll see you later.